Hello everybody and welcome to the Panasonic Light Series. And we are here in Argentina as we get set to go racing. The 12th time this season on the 11th round. This season. We are here again in Argentina. Nahuel Huapi is where we are. Just outside the lake front. As we get set to go racing. With PJ Karenko sitting on pole. To his outside we have Michael Kennedy, and then we have Skyla Johnson. Sorry about that, I almost burped. Austin James and Sebastian Morandi. Rounding out your top 10 will be Cole Scott, Carter Friesen, who's really a surprise, but not really considering how good Carter Friesen is on these road courses, and he's Canadian. Then we have Chris Louvier and Elijah Innes. Then on the last row, I think, on the last row of the top 10, we have Elijah Innes and Charles Sanford. And the rest of the grid will be shown here. Josh Phillips and Ryan Pace are at the back of the grid today. This is for an accident that Pace had and an engine failure that Phillips had that happened during the practice. By the way, safety car's on the back stretch, is on this stretch of road. This is to make sure that nothing happens on the front stretch that would cause any harm on the start. With that, we will get set to go racing here in just a few seconds, as the engine will get fired at any moment. The engines have been fired, and we are racing here in Argentina. We are green flag racing here in Nahuel Huapi. To the inside goes PJ Karenko taking the lead. Skyla Johnson wants to go to the outside as we get the leaderboard up. Just for a moment to adjust it. Yes, I called myself out on that. It will be Skyla Johnson trying to take the lead here. 3 wide for the lead for a second. Austin James trying to push the 61. Not going to be successful in it. And around the outside, Skyla Johnson's going to go. Or she's going to try and get, or the 42 is going to try and squeeze himself in the middle of the 62 and 61. Down through here, down the winding downhill corner. We go 4 wide, I see up there. That was Darren Carter with a bunch of Fords. As the pace car has pulled into the pits. 42 car will get stuck on the outside. And now the 61 trying something on the outside of the 62. Skyla Johnson trying to make a pass here. It's not going to be really the most successful pass ever as we come back here to the back to focus on Patrick Smith a little bit. Coming to take the downhill chicane, and we're being told that Patrick Smith has had a start violation. He's got to try and come into the pits here real quick, but oh, he can't get in. Oh, trouble! It looks like the steering wheel locked on Patrick Smith's car, and into the wall he goes. We continue to go though, because, well, I mean, fuck that. It's a tough break for, I'm sorry for Patrick Smith, but damn. Not much he could do there. Xavier Rain Jr. just would not get out of the way. As Xavier Rain Jr. is going to fall out next season for nepotism. But tough break for that car, the 04. 62-61, battling tightly for the lead. They have pulled away from their Honda teammate of Sebastian Morandi meanwhile. But this is only tightening the hold on the championship that PJ Karenko has. Morandi gets away finally from the rest of the field. As up the outside goes Skylar Johnson. She's still held side by side. As we go into the right-hander. She might get the position here. She looks like she's in position. She's side by side. Skylar Johnson to the lead. Now there will be some strategy to be played here because everyone's going to take 2 tires. That is the preferred strategy role here, as unlike most tracks, we have the same tires as the tire compound as the SES does. So it will be interesting to see the strategy choices that will be made here by the team. As you can see, the lighthouse on that's used by a lake, and Sebastian Morandi has really caught up. He's set the fastest lap of the race already, as Skylar Johnson goes defensive on the 62. Johnson, Karenko. Like I said, we do have the same tire compound as the Sunoco Elite Series, and we do pit on lap 9, but the race to the end's much less, actually, so we should be... So that's why 2 tires would be quicker. People have tested this out in practice. Car freezing, sending it up the inside of the 20 to defend his spot. Here comes Kennedy around the inside of the outside, actually, of Cole Scott. Kennedy probably is not going to be here after next season, so he wants to leave a lasting impression on the field. Down the inside he goes of the 20. It's not really going to work, but... Oh, battle for the lead once more. Skylar Johnson makes a mistake, but she's able to defend on the outside of her teammate. Now, if she's not careful, her teammate's going to get passed up by Sebastian Morandi, and there's not going to be someone as forgiving as her teammate. Meanwhile, the 20 has to defend from the 35 of Michael Kennedy. Here we go, through the right. Oh, Kennedy really is hounding that 20 car. As also is being hounded is the 62 of Karenko, who and Morandi almost goes off the track. Scott nearly goes off the track, loses an extra position for it from Elijah Ennis. As there is something that has gone amiss on Alexander Constantine. We're gonna have to go take a check on that in a moment here, but for now we're gonna just focus on what's happening up here, which is not much. So actually we are going to go take a look at what's going on, what happened with Alexander Constantine. The story of his season really is victim of nobody, of basically nothing of his own doing. Constantine get forced off the track thanks to a mistake by Patrick Holub, and in turn because of Anders being used as a ping pong ball. Yeah. Tough break for Alexander Constantine, who was looking to have a really good day today. We'll get you back live and on the action. We have brought you back to live coverage of lap 6 out of 16. Not much has really changed. as Sanford's actually making a move on that 20 car, as we also have a move going on at the front. That's Morandi going underneath Harenko. Well, Skylar Johnson gets away. Ascend from the 28, but is it going to stick? I think it will, but it depends on how he does through this next set of corners. 20 cars got some speed out of that corner, but the 28 is going to hold. Oh, you can see how much slower that 24 car is. 28 car still trying to hold that inside. Gasses it up just a little bit. And he's going to probably get the run off the corner here and give him that spot back. Give him spot number 2 on the day. As PJ Karenko falling to 3rd. Sebastian Morandi the 2nd, as Austin James now trying to his luck on the 62 in the 42, and that's actually going to help Karenko a ton. He's going to get a run off. He might be able to challenge that 28 and maybe get the position before the corner, because that's the key here, as the Zero's also doing the same thing, or at least trying. Difference here though is how much that handling does the car have, as oh boy, 35 car goes off into the grass. Oh, you can see that Louviere's all over that 35 car. Uses the chrome horn to get to the outside of Canada. And wow, really good job there by that number 35 car to get the job done. As we are 8 laps into the race, we will not see any more fastest laps at all because of the strategy that will be played today. It is Morandi, Johnson, Karenko. That is your top 3. 42 goes defensive on that 0 car, trying to take a narrower path. 20 car just trying to hold on to a top 10, as he's getting swarmed by Mazdas at the moment. Dan Luisen having a really good run today. Just a good run to get his momentum going again. And Jack Bignacco also having a solid run today. I know that car's rank A, but again, momentum's key, and he's going to SES, so again, momentum is very much key. We will have pit stops on this lap. It depends on who comes in this lap. And it will be Morandi, Karenko coming in on this lap. Who else comes in? Is that it? I think they were the only ones who bit on coming in this lap. Which is weird because we only saw people doing like 9-lap runs in practice, so maybe a bit of a strategic, maneuver by people in practice to not go as far as their fuel would hold out. But the advantage it gives these drivers now is that there is a clean pit road. They're just waiting on fuel at the moment. A really clean stop out of both drivers. But I do think they had a bit more time They did spend a little bit more time on the fuel in that 62 car, and it looks like they did struggle, in fact struggle with getting the fuel picked up in the car. So press F in the chat for them. So we should be seeing pit stops here, and like I said, there's only 2 tires. The tire fall off is actually quite large on your tires. They're only doing this because, well, it's lap 9 out of 16. So why take 4 tires when you can take 2? I think everyone should be coming in here. We'll see here in a moment. Yes, just about everyone is coming in, except for Mark Nutt. No, Mark Nutt misses the pit road. Junior Van Aller also misses the pit road, but he avoids the pit wall. That was almost tragic for Mazda to have 2 of their drivers miss the pit road and get into the pit wall. Good job by Van Aller to see that he was missing the pit road. As we now wait for Sebastian Morandi to come around the last corner and see if he beats anyone out, because I do think he will be beat. Austin James gained a ton of time, but it is at the moment Skylar Johnson and Sebastian Morandi. Austin James is sitting in third place. He could become a factor in this race by the time it's over. Christopher Louviere trying his hardest to hold on to this position. He might be able to, actually. Karenko right now, though, is on another level. Gets the spot from the 0 car. I don't think Van Aller's going to get to lead a lap, but at least he made the most of it. And the best part about this for them is that they don't have to take as much fuel as the rest of the field. But yes, the fastest lap is basically cemented for Sebastian Morandi. Bump here from Yuki Tamura. No, Van Aller did not lead a lap, but the 66 car did. Oh wait, shit, the 28 car got by the 61. We're gonna have to go take a look at what happened real quick. I didn't even notice. Skylar Johnson would just get outpowered here, really. So just watch how much strength Sebastian Morandi gets on this outside line. It's from his tires being warmer than Skylar's, really. And just gets a drive off the corner that she just was not able to get. Kind of the same story with Skylar's teammate of Karenko. As we'll take you back live. Skylar Johnson has been cutting back into the lead of Sebastian Morandi, as PJ Karenko has actually gotten by the 42 car. But the 61 car, this is a key thing to know about the 61 car. It has 1 lap fresher tires and That does mean that those tires have been at least one of those tires has been one side of those tires have been abused longer than that 28 car, because this car is actually, this track I think has a bit less different of a compound than SCS does. But anyways, but the drop-off's just so much because on these tires the track's just so abrasive. Oh, here it is, Skylar Johnson trying on the outside. She puts the bumper to the 28 car. On the outside she goes, trying her hardest. Going on the inside. Doesn't look like she'll get there at the moment. As the drivers fight amongst themselves for positions. Skylar Johnson trying her damnedest to get by this 28 car. We know she's there though. That's the key thing. We know that she's there. Louviere's really trying to push this 42 car, or he can try to go down the middle. That works too. Either way, the 37 is now by that car. You can really see how much these tires are really helping that 61 car of Skylar Johnson. It's only a matter of time before she gets by this 628 car, trying to stick it on the inside of that 28. Can't really get there. So maybe she's going to try something different around the outside, as we have just 4 laps to go, I mean. Skylar Johnson looking for the pass. Can she get there? This would be where she could if she does. Oh, but she breaks on. Oh, that's a good run out of the corner once more by the 61. She tries the move again. Unsuccessful. Goes off into the grass. Louviere defending from the 0. 42 car's quickest car on track at the moment of the top half of the field. Or at least one of the fastest, so I'd keep an eye out on that 42 car. He could steal a podium. What can that 61 do? Does she have anything for that number 28 car? But just remember that the 42 very well can steal this win. Huge mistake maybe from Morandi, but she doesn't really benefit from it. As we go through the downhill corner, is Skyla going to try and charge again off the corner? No. She can't get that drive off the corner that she was getting. As I told you guys, the fastest lap's pretty much locked up by our race leader at the moment. As Skylar Johnson's really hounding the back end of that 28 car. 42 car also is gaining, bringing along the 37 of Chris Louviere. down through the chicane to get the 2 to go signal. The white flag will be in the air for Sebastian Morandi. Wait a minute. No, my bad. This is 2 to go. Oops. 2 to go, meaning Skyla has one final attempt at this pass. Can she do it? She's looking for a place or a mistake from Morandi. Anywhere is a potential spot for Skyla Johnson. She does try the outside. The same thing Morandi did to her. She's gonna get to the quarter panel. Going to pull up alongside that 28 car. Down the inside. Down the downhill corner. Can Morandi defend from Skyla this time? Side by side, Austin James has stolen the podium position. As no, I don't think she can get there, just not enough. Not enough by Skyla Johnson. She would have had to pinch that 28 car down extremely hard, and she just didn't do it. Austin James is in a podium position at the moment in that number 42 Ineos Ford. It's pretty much all locked up for Sebastian Morandi at the moment, unless Skyla Johnson can mount another charge. And at the looks of it, she's trying. Diving into that corner. Really gaining on that 28. Through the chicane once more. The 42 makes a slight mistake, driving in just a little too hard. But this is the white flag we will be receiving. 1 to go here in in Nahuel, Huapi. Almost called the track by its actual name, not the circuit name. I don't know if she'll get there. 42 car's been a second faster each lap than both of these drivers. It's because of when he pitted, so these tires are actually pretty good at the moment. Is he's going to try his luck with this 61 car? And you can just tell by how that 61 car's driving, it is not up to par. Down the inside goes the 42 and into a silver mellis spot. Skyla Johnson's win slipping from her fingers once more. But meanwhile, Sebastian Morandi has to hold off the 42 car. The 42 car can still mount the charge to get the win. It's gonna take a lot, but the 42 car has a lot at the moment. He has just over a second of a gap. Austin James could very well snatch this win away, and he is gaining at an alarming rate on that 28 Honda. But I don't think it's going to be enough heading down into the next 2 sets of right-handers. Maybe if there were one more lap, it would be enough for Austin James. But instead, going through the chicane one final time, you can tell how bad that car's handling compared to the 42. But it's not going to be enough. Coming out of the last corner, Sebastian Morandi will receive the checkered flag here in Nahuel, Huapi. An extraordinary performance here by a 28 car, though if there were one more lap, yeah, man, the 42 would have been there. Or if the 42 even got by the 61 one more lap sooner, as something happened between Carter Friesen and Elijah Innes. Oh, and the 20 car fell out of the top 10 too. 11th place for Cole Scott, as PJ Karenko does get passed by Chris Louvier at the end, but I would like to know what happened between Elijah Innes and Carter Friesen, if anything did happen. But anyways, we thank you for showing up to the race. We'll show you the rest of the results here on the right, as Dan Luisen had an incident on the last lap, and we will go take a look at that. Actually, he finished the race, so we'll go take a look at this. Um, um, so I'm going to show you guys the rest of this as we go look for this, because the race is over. I mean, you guys should know what an R looks like. Um, oh, that's Christopher Cox might get something for that. That was stupid. Post race, race is over, and you put a guy in the wall like that. That's honestly stupid. Um, I mean, he didn't even beat Cox to the line. I mean, that was just good racing there. And with that, we will go to the uh, points. Till next time, we will see you at um I forget where we're going actually. I forget the name of the place we're going. We're going to some place in Mexico. Till next time, we will see you. So long and stay frosty.